They say betrayal feels like a knife. But it doesn't. Not right away. It's slower. Like a slow leak in your chest. Until one day you realize you can't breathe. It started with a phone call. 2:43 a.m. Unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. Couldn't sleep after that. Next morning, I checked the message. A voice. Low. Shaky. Male. Said, "Your wife and your brother have been ing behind your back." Then silence. End of message. I replayed it. Twice. Maybe 5 times. I don't know. I sat in the kitchen, watching the toaster, counting the pops. She came down in sweatpants, tied her hair up, kissed my cheek, like nothing had cracked, asked if I wanted eggs. I said no, then watched her crack 2 for herself. Perfectly. Like always. I didn't say a word about the call. Just stared at her. Trying to see it. Trying to imagine her hands on him. His mouth on her. Nothing came. Just nausea. I called Ethan later that day. My brother, older by 2 years, grew up sharing a bedroom. Shared video games. Shared secrets. Shared grief. When Mom died. When Dad drank himself into silence. He didn't pick up. I didn't leave a message. That night, she fell asleep next to me. Curled up. Peaceful. Like she wasn't a goddamn storm. I got out of bed. Went downstairs. Sat in the dark. And played that voicemail. One more time. Next morning, I checked her phone. Not because I wanted to. Because I had to. Like poking a wound just to see how deep it goes. Nothing there. Texts clean. Calls clean. Photos fine. Too clean. I knew her passcode. Never used it before. Never needed to. But now I did. I checked deleted messages. Empty. I opened her maps history. And there it was. A pin. 2 weeks ago. Ethan's apartment. 9:47 p.m. A Wednesday. She said she had dinner with her coworkers. She came home at midnight. I remember the lipstick. And the smell of his cologne. But I didn't know it was his then. I told myself. Maybe she dropped something off. Maybe she stopped by. Maybe it's nothing. I told myself. A lot of things that day. But my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I didn't tell her what I saw. Just kissed her forehead. And left for work. I drove past Ethan's place. Parked across the street. And waited. At 5:12 she pulled in. Alone. Knocked. He opened. She smiled. He smiled. She stepped inside. He closed the door. And I sat there. With my seatbelt still on. Holding the steering wheel. Like it could stop me. From braking. I didn't knock. Just walked up. 3 stairs. His dumb welcome mat still crooked. Same one from college. Door wasn't locked. I turned the handle. Slow. It opened without sound. The air hit me first. Warm. Someone was cooking. Garlic. Maybe shrimp. Then her laugh. Not polite. Not forced. Her regal laugh. The one she makes when she's comfortable. I stepped inside. Quiet. My heart beat loud. Like footsteps. They were in the kitchen. Backs turned. She was barefoot. Wearing his hoodie. Ethan's hoodie. The old Michigan one he never let anyone borrow. She was holding a glass of wine. He said something. She laughed again. Then turned. And saw me. Froze. Wine didn't spill. But her hands shook. Ethan turned too. Slow. Like a guy trying to decide between fight or lie. No one said anything. For a full 10 seconds. Then she whispered. Jake. I didn't answer. Just looked at them. Back and forth. Her face. His face. And I knew. I didn't need to ask. They didn't need to explain. It was all right there. In the silence. And the hoodie. And the way he didn't look sorry. She opened her mouth. But nothing came out. Just that look. The one people give when they've already lost. Ethan stepped forward. Said, "Jake, man." I raised a hand. He stopped. My voice didn't shake. My hands did. But my voice stayed still. I said, "You were both supposed to be my family." That was it. Her eyes filled. He looked at the floor. Like it would open and swallow him. I didn't yell. Didn't ask for details. Didn't say her name. I just turned. Walked out. Back to my car. My legs barely worked. I sat for 10 minutes. Hands on the wheel. Face blank. And then I drove home. Our home. Where her stuff still sat. Her clothes. Her photos. Her perfume. I didn't touch anything. Just sat on the couch. In the dark. And waited. To feel something. Other than nothing. She came home around midnight. Quiet. Keys gentle. Like that would change anything. I didn't move. Just sat on the couch. Lights off. TV on mute. She walked in. Paused. Saw me. Froze. Said, "Can we talk?" I didn't answer. She sat across from me. Knees tucked up. Like we were about to watch a movie. Her voice broke. She said, "I never meant to hurt you." I nodded. Still didn't speak. She kept going. "It was a mistake. It started once. I didn't know how to stop. I never wanted it to be this. Not like this." I looked at her. Really looked. And I realized. I didn't recognize her anymore. Not her eyes. Not her mouth. Not her. I finally said, "You had 1,000 choices. And you chose him. Every time." She cried. I didn't move. She reached for my hand. I pulled away. Slow. No anger. Just done. He texted me the next day. Said, "Can we talk?" I didn't reply. Just sent him a time. And an address. Old basketball court behind Jefferson High. Where we used to shoot hoops till dark. Back when life was simpler. And loyalty meant something. He showed up. Hands in pockets. Same nervous walk. Like when we were kids and he broke Mom's vase. I stood there. Arms crossed. Wind cold. Air thin. He said, "Jake." "I'm sorry." I said nothing. He said, "I didn't mean for it to happen. It just did. And then I didn't know how to stop it." I said, "You could have told me." He looked down. Said, "I was ashamed." I nodded. Then said, "You should be." He didn't respond. Just stood there. In the silence he made. I stepped closer. Said, "You didn't just cheat with her. You buried everything we ever had." His eyes welled. But I didn't care. I walked away. Slow. No anger. No violence. Just gone. I remembered her laugh. The real one. Not the fake soft thing she did at parties. But the loud, ugly, unfiltered laugh. When we danced in the kitchen. Burned the pasta. Spilled wine on the rug. I remembered her falling asleep on my chest. Her hand twitching when dreams hit. The way she said my name. Quiet. Like it was a secret. I remembered the night she said, "I don't want anyone else but you." And I believed her. God. I believed her. I replayed it all. Like old footage from a life that never happened. Was it ever real? Did she ever mean it? Or was I just safe? Convenient? Easy? I stared at our wedding photo. The one on the mantel. Her smile. My hand in hers. Ethan right behind us. Grinning. Like he already knew how the story would end. I took it down. Placed it face down in a drawer. And for the first time, I didn't cry. Because the thing about betrayal is that once it breaks you, it stops hurting and just becomes empty. I didn't leave a note, didn't pack loud, just folded what was mine, left what wasn't. No goodbye, no explanations, just absence. I moved into a small place, 1 bedroom. No pictures on the walls, just space. I changed my number, blocked hers, and his, deleted our playlists. Threw out the ring box I'd kept in the closet, just in case she ever lost hers. Funny. I thought I'd miss her. But I didn't. I missed the version of her I made up. The one who was mine. Who meant every kiss. Every late night whisper. Every, I love you. But that woman was a ghost. And I was done chasing ghosts. Now, I sleep with the window open. Cook for one. Talk to no one. And feel nothing. But that nothing hurts a lot less than loving someone who was never really yours. The end.